Okay, now we are live on the Facebooks, and we'll start to share this out. And while we're sharing it, I'm going to give a little musical interlude with Steve's favorite song.
Oh, no.
This is while we share things out to the world.
This is the best song ever made in the world.
Well, that song
This
just
is
gets
the
worse
best
all the
song
time.
ever made in the
You
world.
never-
Turn down the song.
Other songs are good, even some are really good, but they are not the best songs ever made in the world. It has a lot of good beats and a lot of good singing, and the music is so good that even scientists don't know what it is. You can listen to it anywhere, on a bike or on a different bike. You can dance to it anytime, in the morning or with your arms. You could also dance to it at other times, like at lunch. What are you gonna have for lunch? I'm gonna have 2 soups. If you already haven't noticed, soup is my favorite food. I also really like my watch, but my favorite song is this song. This is the best song ever made in the world. This is the best song ever made
All right,
in
we're
the
sharing
world.
this out to the world, everybody.
Other songs
We'll be
make
with you
people
in
dance
just
like
a moment.
Beyonce and M&M's, but they are not the best song ever made in the world. If you like listening to songs with your ears, well, this is the song for you. You can listen to it while you jog or while you're running away from cars. My friend who is a mailman even likes this song. I guess a lot of mail gets
you
delivered
there.
here because he stands on his corner a lot. If you like eating sandwiches, you'll probably like this song, because just like sandwiches, this song is not made out of glass. A glass sandwich? That would be gross. I'll just stick with soup. Did I mention soup's my favorite food? Oh yeah, I did. This is the best song ever made
I'm
in
going to
the
go
world.
hit record on a webinar, and
This
then we'll
is
get
the
started.
best song ever made in the world. Other songs have different instruments, like guitar or girl, but they are not the best songs ever made in the world. If
I
you
don't get
like
paid
this
enough.
song a lot, say that you like it a lot. I like it a lot. And if you think this song's the best, have a bowl of soup with me. Oh boy, that is good soup. And if you think the song's the best in the world, have a second bowl of soup with me. That is also good soup. I tricked you, I don't even like soup, but you thought I did.
What is this, on a Mendes
Oh
loop?
boy, I'm so good at tricking people into thinking that I like soup. Ever since my whole family got drowned, it's my favorite thing to do. This is the best song ever made.
All right, now that we've driven away everybody who would want to listen to the show, we
No
can
kidding.
get ready to start. That's Steve's favorite song. He listens to it on a bike and on a different bike.
Actually, my, well, I'm going to go have 2 soups.
I had 2 soups last night,
Did you? Me
potato
too.
soups.
How about that? Yeah, this was some kind of broccoli, bacon, something or other. I don't know. It was good. My wife made it.
Yes. Well, so for those of you who don't know, I ran across the room there because there's a webinar going on that I wanted to record, because obviously I can't watch it and be on here at the same time, and hopefully I can share that webinar with everybody else later. It's a webinar on personalized video. If you remember Video Remix, there's a new version, and now they've got text-to-speech that's customizable, and very cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. So we're going to record that, and hopefully I'm keeping an eye on it here, because I know I've got the little PowerPoint thing is up there right now, and it's recording, but I know as soon as they start to really talk, it's going to go and change size and screw everything up. So anyway, but we're at 2:03, so maybe it's not. Maybe we'll just leave it there, and we'll just get this show into the road. What do you think of that, Steve-O?
All right, Rayo.
Or
Right on.
the other thing we could do is we could play the song.
This is the best song ever made.
So for those of you who are on here live, be sure to post in the comments if you would rather have us torture Steve with that song or actually do a show. It would be interesting to see which people would prefer.
There's nobody watching. You've already upset everybody.
Oh, man, not even Flash is on, huh? I'm sure they'll be joining us momentarily.
Oh, Flash he'll watch anything.
That's right. So today we're going to talk about short video madness, and we got some interesting stories about short videos that we're going to get into because it's a very interesting area, and one that I don't claim to be the biggest genius when it comes to it or understand why it works, but I do understand that it does work and that we need to start doing it. So should be interesting. And everybody's getting into the game, so clearly it's an important thing. So we will talk all about that. Are you ready, Steve?
I am ready, Ray.
Do you have your 2 soups?
I have my 2 soups and my M&Ms.
2 soups and your M&Ms. And I'm gonna cut your audio down just a tiny bit.
Oh, am I loud? Okay.
A little bit.
You want me to cut it down?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
It wasn't too bad, but it was a little peaky. Peaky Blinders. All right, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2. On today's episode of Video Marketing Madness, we're going to talk about short videos and why you should be using them in your productions. We're talking about TikTok and all those other ones that we're going to talk about. Lots of new people in that space. And today's episode is made possible by our good friends at Email Spike. If you have ever wanted to be able to put videos in your emails, and I'm not talking about just a picture that has a play button that you click on to go to another page that then has a video. I'm talking about video in your emails. Then you need to check out Email Spike. In fact, I got a message yesterday. Hey, how are you putting those videos in the emails? And I had to show the person. Of course, they ran out and they picked it up right away because it's an amazing program. And not only does it give you the ability.
They go to Best Buy to get
What?
it? When they ran out, did they go to Best Buy?
No, but you did interrupt my flow. You
Sorry
ruined
about
my
that.
chi.
That's what you get for paying that crappy song.
Well, if you don't know what we're talking about this song.
Yeah. It's Ray right there. See him?
This is the best song ever made in the world.
All right.
And that may be the best song ever made in the world, but the best email marketing program for putting videos in emails is Email Spike. And you can pick that up right now by heading on over to raythevideoguy.com/email spike. Big shocker there, huh? And not only will you be able to put videos in your emails, but you'll also be able to put timers in there as well. So if you got something that's ending tonight at midnight, you'll be able to put a timer to show people how much time they have left. And if the recipient does not have the ability to play videos in emails, it does give you a nice backup of an animated GIF or an image if you choose to use one of the two. And that way you can either have video in there, or you can have a nice animated version that they can click on and then watch the video like you normally would. So all of that inside of one program called Email Spike at raythevideoguy.com/email spike. And with that, let's hit that other funky music.
He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy.
And it's the radio show about video marketing madness with Ray, the Video Guy. I'm Steve Sleeper. GoVMM.com, the landing page where you can get social with us and find all the podcatchers, including Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts.
Indeed. One of our favorite places to be. Apple Podcasts.
We could use some 5-star reviews
We could. I should go.
because we're 5-star guys.
Yes. You might say that we are the best podcasters in the world, and we might make a song about it someday.
Yeah.
That could be fun. But today, of course, we're going to talk about something a little shorter than that. We're going to talk about short videos. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about with short videos, I'm talking about the craze that actually started a while back with, and Steve, I apologize. Just as I predicted, they just screwed that thing up, and I've got to go fix it.
Okay.
So we'll start over in just 1 second. Sorry, everybody.
Okay. Ray's got to go fix it. We'll just edit this part out when we do the
Felix.
audio. Yeah, so I don't think he needs to start all over again. But we can say nasty things about Ray now.
We can just start where we left, like right from the end of the song. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you want to do that, so
Yeah,
this,
okay.
it's the radio show about video.
Oh, yeah. It's the radio show about video marketing madness with Ray the Video Guy, and I'm Steve Sleeper. GoVMM.com is the landing page with the podcatchers and the socials, and Apple Podcasts is our favorite.
Podcasts. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Just as we always say, Apple Podcasts. Get out there, leave us some 5-star reviews. We can use them always. Or if you watch us on YouTube, be sure to leave a comment down below. Hit the like button. In fact, grab out an axe, run straight to your screen, and smash that like button with the axe. And that will get us everything that we need. Highly recommend you do it.
You're so creative.
Yes, indeed. But we're always looking for good likes while you're watching this live on Facebook, likes while on YouTube or wherever, and there's nice reviews on Apple Podcasts would be nice. We appreciate it. But today we appreciate something else. We appreciate something that we refer to as short videos. Now, if you don't know what we're talking about, we have to go back a few years. You may remember a certain program that came out that was called Vine.
Oh, yeah.
Vine. And Vine allowed people to make, about 7 seconds, I think, the videos you could make. Little tiny 7-second videos. And they were all the rage, and they were hugely popular. And then Twitter bought them out, and then it disappeared. And no, I'm not talking about Periscope, which has the almost exact same story of being hugely popular, Twitter buying it, and then it dying immediately. But
how about Meerkat? Did Meerkat do that too?
And Meerkat actually went away before all of that. When they both kind of were neck and neck at the beginning, and Periscope started to really take off and take over, and Meerkat went away. And then Twitter bought them, and then I don't know what Twitter. I mean, I guess Periscope is still around as far as I know, but basically, Twitter bought them, and took that axe and smashed Periscope to death and Vine to death.
Well, I would
like
think though, Periscope, if Twitter did it right for people that use Twitter, would want to do a Periscope every now and then. I mean, they got Twitter Moments. They've I don't know.
Yeah, I think Twitter mostly bought them so that they would have a live platform to use. But as far as I know, I believe Periscope is still around. I think it still technically works, but it just kind of got annihilated by Twitter. Twitter seems to buy things to destroy them. They're like Microsoft in the 80s. Talking about you, Blue Ribbon Software, Bars and Pipes Professional. That was a very famous story. There was a program called Bars and Pipes, and it was a music creation tool by Blue Ribbon Software. Microsoft liked the fact that you could make music, so they bought it, and they bought it to shut it down and never let anybody have it again. That's basically why they bought it. They bought it just to shut it down so they didn't have competition as they moved into other areas. But
look how much better Skype has gotten, though. I mean, Skype's gotten so much better. I'm being facetious, yeah.
Yeah, we know. But
somebody
beyond
might
that,
have believed me. Flash believed me there for a second.
That Vine is dead, there was a hole in the universe waiting to be refilled by something new, and it actually took a couple of years. But all of a sudden, this new social media juggernaut, and I love using the word juggernaut, came along. A juggernaut, and that was of course TikTok, the famed Chinese social media platform for video. And, despite the issues with potential privacy and all that, it looks like all of that is cleared up. TikTok is now being run by non-Chinese entities here in the U.S. And
Trump didn't get reelected.
Trump didn't get reelected, so maybe the Chinese will come back into there. I don't know, because that was kind of his thing, was to protect privacy and get the Chinese out of the whole TikTok thing. So who knows? Wow.
Oh, you've been sniffing glue?
Yeah, I guess so. It's like Joey Ramone.
Joey Ramone.
But,
just want to sniff some glue. Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, so that's that's kind of the story that we have there. Is TikTok now as popular as ever, but apparently safer now. And during the coronavirus, TikTok became a very big part of a lot of people's lives because they were making these funny little videos, music videos. I made a few with my daughter. We made a couple little funny music videos and whatnot. And they're just a very popular site for these types of things. And it's getting more and more popular by the minute. And because of that, we want to, talk a little bit about that. But not only do we want to talk about that, we want to talk about some of the competitors that are popping up on the scene to compete with the whole TikTok juggernaut. And I'm talking about new creations by YouTube that they're putting out and Instagram as well, both of which have new programs that they are working with that are going to provide very similar TikTok-like experiences. And Steve, have you made any TikTok videos yet?
Do I look like it?
No. Put this back.
I seem to have thrown you for a loop there. What happened?
Hold on. Well, I'm having headphone issues. There is the problem, but now they're
okay.
back.
It's because you're sniffing glue.
I think so. That could be.
You can hear me now?
Why? I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. No, I haven't.
No. And like I said, we've done a little bit. We've made some little funny music videos, and I've shared them on Facebook as well. But TikTok can be a very, very big platform. There's a guy that I've been watching a lot of his videos on YouTube. He does true crime. He tells true crime and mystery stories and things like that. And that's where he got his start. He's actually on YouTube now, but his big claim to fame was through TikTok. He was doing these videos. And I have to go back now and I have to go look at what he was doing on there because his videos that he does on YouTube are pretty long. Some of them can be 20, 30 minutes, 40 minutes long. And, on TikTok, you can't really do that. So I'm wondering what he actually did on TikTok for those stories because you can only go, I think, up to 60 seconds on TikTok. So it'll be interesting to see. But in another note, one of the reasons that I wanted to talk about this today is we've been looking at some of the other platforms, but my son actually did a little TikTok video that he attached to his business that he started. He actually has a what I'll call an ironic clothing business, and what I mean by that is he sells T-shirts and hats and things like that, but it's very ironic type things. I don't even know how to explain it. Little sayings
Jokes?
on them and memes and jokes and things.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, so he made a little video. He was at Walmart and there was this little toy duck, and it was for like little toddlers that they would almost like if you remember the old days, the toddlers always had that little fake vacuum thing that had the little balls that would fly around as you rolled it. Yeah. It was like that, but it was a little duck. And as you push it, it goes quack, quack, quack. And then the faster you push it, it goes quack, 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 quack. And so he was in Walmart, and he just filmed him pushing that out from one of the aisles, quack, quack, quack. And then it turns and looks at the camera, and then it runs towards the camera, quack, 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 quack. And he's got like 1 million views on it.
No kidding.
And it links back to his clothing company there. And so he's got like 1 million views on it now, and he's got
that's TikTok. It's on
that's TikTok. Thousands of subscribers he's gotten off of it. And this is, by the way, this is only in the last 2 days. And he's got all these comments, and the traffic on his website has exploded because of it. So it's a very, very good thing. And I mean, the video is ridiculous. It's just silly. There's nothing of substance in it at all, but everybody loves it. And he's just gotten, as he calls it, he's now TikTok famous, he says. Yeah. So that's the type of thing that you want to be able to do with that. And, that particular video kind of shows you that's the type of things that you need to be doing. It doesn't need to be, a training video. It doesn't need to be, the Gettysburg Address. It doesn't need to be something of some major substance. It's just silly little things. And we're putting together the TikTok business platform for here, so that we can start to do some videos directly out of here. Little videos like showing us scaring people that are in some of the escape rooms and things like that.
Oh yeah.
Because those are the types of things that people are going to watch, and it's going to get people to drive back to the website. And so it's a fun little platform for that. And like I said, I'm not the biggest TikToker in the world, but I now see. I always kind of saw the value in it. I always thought it would be a great thing for businesses, but I now really have seen the actual results that can come from doing this, because to me, TikTok is very similar to Instagram. I hear all the time that it's great for business, but I don't really, it's not my platform. It's not the one that I'm into, so I don't necessarily understand it all the time.
And yet your flesh and blood has made it work for him.
Yep. Yes. Absolutely. And so we're going to be pushing that big. And my daughter was doing a lot of TikTok stuff, but not for any sort of business-related things. Just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
But she
which
gets
is
quite a
what
few
most
views
people
there,
do,
too.
I suppose.
Yeah. But you can have brand accounts on there, so it's and you can have ad accounts on there, so you can run ads. There's a lot of different things you can do on there, but it is just a fun little platform, and it doesn't take a lot of work. In fact, it's the opposite of work. You just do fun little things. You don't have produced content necessarily. You don't need to produce anything big. You just pull out your camera, you record, you put it up there, and boom, there it is. And hopefully people like it and do things with it. Like I said, a lot of people do little music videos, but it doesn't have to be music related. It can just be a funny little video. It could be, a quick tip and trick. If you can do a tip and trick on something in less than 60 seconds, then that might be the perfect place to do some of that stuff. I know we're going to start doing some of that here with the escape room. We're going to start doing these short little training videos on different types of locks and things. Hey, how to use this kind of lock. Just do this and make sure you do that in order for it to work, because that's the type of stuff that people need.
What I thought was really good is when Camp Rutledge, you went and pounded on the wall and people screamed.
Yes.
I think that'd be a great TikTok.
It is. And we use that for Facebook Live and whatnot, but that's the type of stuff that we'll be doing for TikTok is doing those types of things. Maybe taking some videos from the back room, showing people in the room doing dumb things. Maybe a TikTok of Steve fixing his hair and looking at himself would be a good one.
That hair hanging down there is kind of bothering me. Now it looks worse.
But you can do anything on there, and you can have a lot of fun with it. I know Gordon Ramsay does a lot of silly little videos on there with it. Pepper shakers and dancing with the pepper shakers or whatever. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, he does some videos on there with his kids and whatnot. So there's a lot of people using it in a lot of different ways, and I can see it becoming a really, it already is a really big deal, but I can really see it helping a lot of businesses by just driving traffic. And like I said, with my son's video, even though it's silly, just a silly little video, but he put on there is like, hey, check out our T-shirts here, and put the link, and he's getting a lot more traffic to his website now than he was getting before. So it's good
amazing
stuff.
Yeah, it is
Absolutely.
good stuff. You're right.
Now, of course, the interesting part of this is, one, we had the issue with TikTok and the privacy, and I guess that's pretty much settled now. But where's TikTok going to go? Is it going to be, a big player in the future? You now have YouTube, the second or third biggest website in the world is doing TikTok-like videos with their YouTube Shorts. And so they've got a whole app for it and everything where you can do the exact same thing. You can create these little short videos and post them out there. It'll be very interesting to see if they can take over that market. Now, they're massive. They're huge. So they've always got that potential. However, when YouTube has tried to creep into other people's spaces, it hasn't always worked very well for them. If you look at their gaming stuff, don't get me wrong, their gaming, their video gaming stuff is huge, but they haven't been able to just knock off Twitch or anything. So, they haven't been able to kill Twitch. So, and of course, Twitch is now owned by Amazon, so they've got money behind them and everything. But, it'll be interesting to see if they can keep this going with competition like YouTube jumping in there. And the other one is Instagram is jumping into it with Instagram Reels. And so you can do the same thing. There's short little videos that you can create that you can put out there. It'll be interesting to see if Facebook jumps into that or if they just leave that to Instagram for that portion of things. I think they'll probably just leave it with Instagram and let them do it. Facebook's got a history of taking over industries, though. If you think about, their check-ins totally killed Foursquare. When they basically started doing everything that Foursquare does within Facebook. That kind of killed Foursquare. Foursquare is a totally different site now than it used to be. You look at Facebook Live. Facebook Live took over, and absolutely annihilated the Periscope market that we talked about earlier that Twitter bought, but Twitter could never revive it, and Facebook Live kind of just took over from all of that and just beat it all to death. So it'll be interesting to see if they can keep that going, or if if somebody else is going to take over the TikTok space. But right now, it hasn't seemed to slow TikTok down any at all. I mean, it's I don't know what the numbers are now, but I believe it was already caught up to Instagram and about to pass Instagram already. Of course, that was worldwide, and that included China and India, which were huge parts of TikTok. So a lot easier to be bigger than some of these other ones when you've got the Chinese and the Indian market to play off of. So, but it'll be very interesting to see how it continues to do here in the old U.S. of A. Over time we will certainly find out. But these other ones, definitely worth checking out. YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels. So the question is, Steve, what kind of videos are we going to make for the old TikToks and these short video platforms? Well,
short, silly videos?
Yeah, I think, for the most part, I think it's going to be short, silly videos. So, like I said, music videos seem to be good. Little dances seem to be good. If we remember some of the phenomenon from the past, what was that song that everybody was doing the music video to? All the businesses were doing it and stuff, and we did it with a few of our clients. I can't even remember the name of it.
I Just Want to Sniff Glue by the Ramones?
No, it was not the Ramones. It was, I can't remember the name of the song, but it was a little dance song, and all the companies were doing the little dance video to it. And it was very popular, but that's the type of stuff that is going to do well. If you can play off of little things and do little fun things, you can get an audience. You can get an audience quickly. Like I said, 1 million views in such a short period of time. I mean, that's incredible. But you just gotta be willing to do it. You gotta be willing to have fun with it. So I would suggest, little things like, jokes might work. Little music videos could work. Again, getting more serious, you could have tips. As long as they're short enough to fit in 60 seconds, you could do videos that are tips about different things in your business. Very quick little reviews or previews would do really well on there. Silly skits would definitely do very well. Pranks would do very well with that. So if you can prank people, put it onto TikTok, that would do very well. Little songs that you sing, magic tricks. If you got magic tricks, you could do that kind of a thing, as long as it's quick. People doing things with babies and children, because as we know, babies and children are easily fooled and laugh about silly things. So you could do something that fools a small child, and they laugh about that. Yes, just like Steve. Steve is a small child at heart.
At heart.
And I would love to hear, by the way, if you've got suggestions of what you want to do on places like TikTok, Reels, or YouTube Shorts. So we would love to hear from you on that. So be sure to post those into the Facebook page or on the YouTube channel. Put them in as comments, because we want to hear the types of things that you want to do on TikTok. Like I said, we've seen, Gordon Ramsay doing little dances with his daughter, where they're shaking salt shakers and dancing to music. The Rock has done little ones with his daughter, You could have Gordon Ramsay screaming at someone. Yep. I'm sure you could do that. You could definitely do those type of things too. So it doesn't have to necessarily be funny. It could be just shocking and outrageous. Little food things could definitely work well. If you remember that trend from back a while ago with the miniature food videos that were popping up everywhere where they were cooking food in little tiny pans with little tiny spatulas, which was very strange, but it was all over the place. So anything like that, you could play the best song ever made in the world for 60 seconds.
He should make that 60-second TikTok. That'd do well.
He probably should. He's got a lot of videos on YouTube, so he could
Does he?
He could probably jump in there on
Just
that. I need
like
to
that one?
explore.
Just like that one?
Sort
of like that one?
Comedy, but not many of them are like that. He's got a Christmas song that's similar to that. The rest of his stuff is more sketch comedy, and quite honestly, it's not as good. The best song made in the world is probably his biggest, best.
Well, then he's
creation.
not very talented at all if that's his best.
Hey, you know what? You've got to be very talented to create something like that.
No, I
that's
know.
that
Yeah.
bad on purpose. I couldn't do it.
I know. Yeah. No.
Well, yeah, and anything like that. If you got something outrageous, I can imagine like little parkour videos and things like that doing very well on TikTok and some of these other short platforms. But you just got to get creative. You got to have fun with it, and then link out to your properties to make sure that it's actually driving some traffic. That's one of the big things that people often forget when they're doing these things. Is they know they need to get this stuff out there. They get this stuff out there, but they don't do anything with that. They get all the traffic, they get all the views, but they don't know or understand how to drive people back to their websites and their sales and things like that. Little demos of things would always be good, especially things that are fun, little toys. If you remember the Chewbacca lady, that kind of stuff. Can really start to drive traffic. All she did was put on a Chewbacca mask and laugh for 15 minutes. And that toy, which was being discontinued because it wasn't getting any sales, suddenly it started getting millions and millions of sales. And I don't think she made a penny off of that, but, too bad because she had 10% of that.
All she did was buy it at Walmart, go out in the car and put it on and do a Facebook Live,
Yep,
amazing,
that was it. And it was just huge. And it sold millions of those things, which were not selling in the stores. At all. So you never know. You can definitely build off of something silly like that and get it going, but you got to come up with some great ideas. And it doesn't matter what kind of business you're in. If you're a plumber, if you're a lawyer, if you're a dentist, you can come up with something. I can imagine, funny dentist videos and little music videos, making fun of Little Shop of Horrors or what have you, just doing little things that you can put out there on video that people will, like and share. And like I said, my son's video is just a little toy duck walking down the aisle, and it's getting shared like crazy, and it's getting views like crazy, and it's driving traffic back to the website. So definitely something that we're going to be working on and doing to make sure that we get the most out of that. So Steve, speaking of short videos, we've got a short podcast today because that's all we've got to say about that is get out there and do it. Get out there and make those videos. Start learning.
About 20, 25 minutes.
Oh, yeah. No, we're at over 30 minutes, but, it's not the 45 minutes we're used to. So in honor of short videos, we got short podcast today. And
it's made possible by?
Today's is made possible by Email Spike. If you've ever wanted to put videos into your emails, well, you may have been frustrated, and maybe you've seen where you can do like animated GIFs and it kind of looks like videos or pictures of videos. But if you want to be able to put real video into your real emails that people can watch, well, you got to check out Email Spike, a great program that allows you to take your videos, put them into the email, encode that, drop it into your email, send it out, and boom, you've got a video playing inside your email. Very, very cool stuff. You got to check it out, and you can check it out right now by heading on over to raythevideoguy.com/email spike. And that's that.
Yeah.
So with that, I think it's time to hit that funky music, Steve.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Make it happen, Captain.
All right. Here we
He's
go.
Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy.
Oh no.
This is the best song ever made in the world. This is the best song ever made in the world. Other songs are good, even some are really good, but they are not the best songs ever made in the world. It has a lot of good beats and a lot of good singing, and the music is so good that even scientists don't know what it is. You can listen to it anywhere, on a bike or on a different bike. You can dance to it anytime, in the morning or with your arms. You can also dance to it at other times, like at lunch. What are you gonna have for lunch? I'm gonna